and we want to make sure that you get the most out of your investment. And we are excited to join you on this journey, whether you are brand new or you are kind of finishing up some classes this round. We're glad that you're here. So my name is Cory, and I'm a mom and a wife and a homeschooler, as well as I'm a teacher. And I have been using doTERRA essential oils for the past 11 years. I hit my 11-year anniversary in February, and they have just been such a gift to our family. When I got started, I wanted 2 oils. And so, but I got a kit because I wanted to like see and explore and play a little bit more, but I was really interested in 2. I was interested in a Breathe blend and On Guard Immunity blend, because I had a little girl who was 18 months old at the time, who is now almost 13. But she was about 18 months old at the time, and we were looking for some support to help her respiratory system. We were just looking to support her body and help her breathe better. So when I got started, I actually literally overnighted my kit to have the oils and try them. And we've just never looked back. We've kept learning one thing at a time. One thing that I can say is that it's really important to just open your bottles. I know they come in such cute little kits. It can be hard to like take them out and like place them around your home, but that is key to getting used to using them. I know, like for me, I learn something new every time somebody teaches. And so having my oils out and about and kind of where I'm going to use them the most is really helpful. So if you have an essential oil testimony, we would love to hear it. If you want to share during the class, or let Mary Amber and I know, and we can incorporate it into the different themes that we have going on, we would love to do that. It's really important to us that we support our customers with free essential oil education, and not just our customers, you are customers, but if you have people that you are trying to help, we want to support you in that. When you complete all 8, tonight's class 1, but when you complete all 8, we're actually going to give you the choice between a diffuser and a new essential oil reference guide. So this is what the essential oil reference guide looks like. I'll go ahead and give you a sneak peek. It's called Essential Oils Made Simple. And we love this book for people that are just getting started because it has really specific ideas about like how many drops and all kinds of questions that we have when we get started. So that is the free book if you choose the free book, or we will have a variety of diffusers usually. So at the end, so we will let you know when we get to the end what those diffusers will be. But we know that life can be kind of hectic. So you may not be able to be on these calls live with us. You may be watching the recording. So hello, if you're watching the recording and not able to be on live, know that you will have until Saturday at midnight, before the link doesn't work anymore, to watch the video and fill out the Google form as proof of attendance. It's really simple. Basically just has a little bit of information about you and a little bit of information about the class, and it just helps us keep track of attendance in a really simple way. Also, we did this last round and we're going to do it again this time, where if you watch the class and you have somebody that you feel like you could really share this with, and you share the class with them and they fill out the Google form as well, we will be sending out weekly gifts to people who bring new guests onto the call with them. So you can either like plan to watch it live with them and jump on Thursday night, or plan to watch the recording with them. But as long as you both fill out the form, there's a place there to put if you invited a new guest, and there's a place for the guest to put your name. We will send you out a little weekly gift that kind of goes along with the theme that we did that evening. So that's kind of fun. Also, if say you miss a class or you don't get to watch it in time, we will have continuing education series ongoing. It's a goal of ours to have that available to our teams. So for the summer, we're going to do something a little bit different, but we definitely will have them looking just like this in October again. So if you don't get to all 8 in this time. Also, another thing you might want to keep in mind, I would encourage you to grab some sort of notebook, whether it's just a notebook that you can write some stuff down in, or a small 3-ring binder. We mail out or email out a PDF that goes along with each class. So if you would want to hole punch that and put that in a binder with some notes and just kind of get started having all your oil information in one place, we highly recommend that. Or some form of like keeping it organized, whatever works best for you. Usually when we're face-to-face for these classes, as we have been in sometimes, the nice thing about not being face-to-face is Mary Amber and I are in 2 different cities, about 2 hours apart. So we can do these together online for you, as well as have the recording available. And in some ways it takes a little bit less time, but we are still like missing that face-to-face with you. So we want to make sure that we are attentive to whatever your needs are. So if you have questions and we don't cover them, please send us an email like, hey, I have this going on. Do you know what I can do or use? And we will love to like guide you and send you in the right direction. So with all of that introduction stuff out of the way, let me go ahead and share my screen with you. And you hopefully have a PDF in front of you as well. And even if you don't, you'll be fine. But just know that that came in your email that comes a couple hours before class. That is available to you. Okay, so tonight we're kicking off with I have my oils, now what? Which is really helpful. I could have really used this class early on, without a doubt. You get your oils and you're excited to use them, but there's definitely a learning curve. And one of the best pieces of advice I could give you is to just get your oils out and be patient. Look up things one at a time. So oftentimes we get started with a kit. If it comes with a diffuser, that's great. And it comes with some oils. One of the things that's really helpful to have are these little sticker sheets. And they are 50 cents. They can kind of help keep your oils organized. I was really, I didn't want to use the stickers at first. I was like, I'll be fine. But as I got into using them more, I'm like, oh, there's some colored bottles that are really similar and you don't want to grab the wrong one. So just know that you can take time to put your stickers on your bottles and put them where you're going to use them. For me, maybe it's putting citrus in the kitchen, like a lemon or a lime, or putting oils in the bathroom, maybe making rollers or putting them like in a purse or a little bag. And we'll kind of talk through some of those ideas tonight. One of the things that's really important, I showed you the reference book that's a kind of available when you complete this class, but also there are lots of reference books out there. So making sure that you have a good one. These are some of our favorites. This one is called The Essential Life, and it's available at Oil Life. And then the Modern Essentials. If you are somebody that leans a little more towards science, this one has a lot of the studies like linked to it where you can see it inside. And this one is more by categories and people that have just used essential oils for a long time. That's kind of the biggest thing I would tell you. This one also is by category. So you can see like this one has like a whole section like on pregnancy or just by topics or focus or detoxification. So big kind of overall themes, as well as it has like description on all the oil blends. And then the Modern Essential one, it is more an ailment, guys. So the biggest part of this book you can see here is the ailments. So you can look up something. And then it has red are the oils that work for most people. You don't have to use all of them, but it kind of gives you just a list so you can use what you have. Orange are kind of less likely oils, but in that might still work for you. And then green is the less likely. So there's kind of 3 categories of what oils you might try for different things. So my son who's taken anatomy this year, he thinks he needs his own of this. So I have to keep hunting it down when I need it for a class. So having a good reference guide is really essential. And pick 3 things. Maybe you thought of something right away when you got your essential oils that you were like, oh, I want to use oils for sleep, or I want to use essential oils for weight loss, or I want to use essential oils for calming anxious feelings. So pick 3 and start there, and you can look it up in the book. You can reach out to us and just read about it because there are so many good oils out there. Alrighty, one of the things that's really important to keep in mind is that oils are plants. So doTERRA's oils are coming from leaves, trees, berry, like little like juniper berry. They're coming from citrus peels or things like that. So one oil, just like a salad, one oil has many uses. Or one problem that can be addressed by many different oils. And that can feel a little bit overwhelmed because you're like, which one do I use? And we're like, oh, you use copaiba. What do I use for that? Copaiba. What do I use for that? Copaiba. So it can feel a little bit overwhelmed, but just decide not to. Just pick an oil and use it. Because I can tell you that for everybody who I've known who has dug in when they are using an essential oil for something in their body and they've really researched it and continue to try new things, they have eventually found success. So we just keep trying new and different oils. If the first one we try maybe doesn't quite have the desired effect or work as quickly as you want. And I'll tell you, like right now, like my 13-year-old, or he's 15, sorry, my 15-year-old has a little bit of a rash going on his arm. And we have tried several different things and we keep trying a few different things and it's gradually like healing, but it's not healing as fast as he is normally used to. And so we've got some other things going on internally. So we're just keeping trying different things. And I'll tell you the best thing that we found for him is just soaking it in Epsom salt water and a couple of drops of Melaleuca. And sometimes it looks a little red and then it calms down. So we just keep trying. Even today, I'm still like looking up, okay, what do we do for this? And just try several different things on the list. So some things that we're going to cover tonight in the class are, what do you need to know about oil safety? Because that's a big question. Is there anything that you shouldn't mix together? How exactly, like really break it down, do you use them? And I ran out of my On Guard already. How do I reorder? So let's dive in. First of all, let's talk about the power of diffusing. When we diffuse, the smell actually changes how we feel. It is so uplifting to drop a citrus oil into the diffuser first thing in the morning. And most diffusers are going to say 4 to 10 drops, 5 to 10 drops. If you have small children in your home, just do a couple of drops. You don't have to do as many as 4. One of the things that's really specific is each diffuser, like this here is the new La Lutz diffuser. Every diffuser has a water line, and you want to make sure that when you fill it with water that you stay below that water line. Also, if you use distilled water, a lot of the, they don't recommend it, and that's because distilled water doesn't have as many minerals or things like that in it. So it doesn't have anything that the steam, like the cool mist can kind of come out on. So we use, we actually go to my parents and get city water because that's my favorite thing. But you can use bottled water. You can use pretty much whatever you have. If you have harder water, just be aware of that. Just like, you know, your washing machine or any of your appliances, how they react to hard water. They may not hold up the same, but just keep that in mind. Basically, one of the things that we do that's really helpful is we keep like a craft or like a bottle of water that's close to the diffuser, because in my house, by the time I walk from one end to the other, I forget what I've gone to sometimes forget like what I went for. So just having bottles of water near the diffusers has been really helpful for just like refilling them. And then about like 1 to 2 weeks, I go like collect them, bring them to the kitchen and kind of wipe them out with white vinegar and a soft cloth, maybe run some lemon in them to make sure that there isn't any goopiness in or around the diffuser. And you can also kind of tell if the mist isn't quite what it was, that it's probably time to clean them. Here are a couple great diffuser blends for immunity. We're still talking about how important it is to support your body. One of my favorites is frankincense, lemon, and On Guard, and you can do 2 drops of each of those, or that you can see in the picture, those little drops are 2 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of lemon, and 2 drops of On Guard. And then another choice, again, On Guard and lemon is the theme. So you're basically just kind of changing out what else you want to try. So one idea is to add melaleuca or tea tree oil. If you don't like the smell of tea tree, then I would not suggest that one for you to use in that way. Peppermint actually goes really well with these two. I had a friend who did breathe in on guard in her diffuser like all winter long. Like that was just her favorite thing. So these are just a couple blends to get you going. These are good to use first thing in the morning, late at night. Sometimes we think of using like calming oils at bedtime. So these are good middle of the day oils, those kind of thing. Or when someone's not feeling good, to put them in a diffuser and stick it next to where they're resting. Also, instant happy blend or oils that lift you up. Citrus Bliss is called the invigorating blend, and it's got like a citrus vanilla. Vanilla is only in a couple, it's in Citrus Bliss, and it has, I think there's still a little bit in Serenity. But if you kind of like a citrus vanilla or like a warming smell, Citrus Bliss is wonderful to put in the diffuser. Or if you're needing just a little help, like when you wake up kind of clearing your sinuses and getting ready for your day, wild orange, peppermint, and frankincense is a great combination to put in your diffuser. Also, if we want to have like clean and fresh and respiratory like support, Breathe is a great blend. If you like a citrus with that, you can add a little bit of lime to kind of even kick up the respiratory support even more. This is one of my favorite blends, and we use about 3 to 5 drops. If you're diffusing in a small child's room, just make sure you leave the door open. You might, again, start with just 1 to 2 drops in your diffuser. Here is a diffuser blend that a lot of people like heading. I don't know, like our trees outside, they just all of a sudden just popped yesterday. So I know a lot of friends that struggle with some runny noses and coughs like starting right now. So lavender, lemon, and peppermint. This was the first blend that we really used to support my husband, who tends to struggle year round with dust mite allergies. He absolutely loves this combination of lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and has done very, very well with it since we started. Nighttime, diffusing at bedtime is one of our favorite things. It's a neat thing that we've gotten into the routine of doing with our kids, just to have these calming smells happening at night that just really like help our body to calm down. So Balance Blend is a great one. Lavender, Serenity is a blend that has a lot of lavender in it. Breathe and Bergamot and Roman Chamomile are all great bedtime diffuser blends. I know like my son really likes Serenity and Bergamot. That has been a favorite for him. And then my daughter, because she tends to have need a little bit more respiratory support, we do Serenity and Breathe a lot for her and her diffusers, because you can mix blends. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. So really any combination of these, just kind of staying within the drop limit for your diffuser, that 4 to 10 drops. A lot of people like Balance and lavender, so it really just is whatever you prefer. Again, the perfect sleep diffuser blend, Serenity, is definitely on a lot of people's wish list. It has lavender, vetiver, Roman chamomile, vanilla, Hawaiian sandalwood, and more. And it is $32 wholesale. Also, applying oils to the body. Human touch actually releases endorphins that reduce pain and elevate the mood. So we want to cover dilution, safety tips, and how to make a roller bottle for applying the oils topically. One tip, especially now, this wasn't as big a deal in the winter months when we taught this class, but now that we're heading into summer, just know that there are oils that can make you more sensitive to the sun. So putting on citrus oils or blends that contain citruses, if we put them on like our chest or our face, and then we go go garden or go sit on a boat or sunbathe. I don't know any moms that have time to sunbathe, but if you do, like, do not put citrus oils where the sun is going to shine. So you can still drink, most of us still drink citrus in our water, no problem, or still can apply oils to the bottoms of our feet, but you just don't want to like slather, especially your face and arms before you go into the sun. And this would include a tanning bed too. If you're somebody who goes into a tanning bed, do not put these oils on 12 hours before you go into a tanning bed or out into the sun. Alrighty, dilute. doTERRA offers fractionated coconut oil. Looks like this. It's kind of about a 4-ounce bottle. And it's great if you're working with people with sensitive skin, if you're working with babies or children, elderly or animals, or any oils that are hot, like On Guard, peppermint, deep blue, oregano, cinnamon, clove. Or if you get oil in a sensitive area, you want to make sure that you apply a fatty oil and not flush them with water. And I will tell you, like, if I accidentally get an oil in my eye, these cotton swabs, I will put the fractionated coconut oil on this and use it to wipe it away. That way I don't end up with essential oil in my hand and then I'm trying to wipe it and then it's just a big mess. So this is the voice of experience. Cotton or like tissue or paper towel or something that you can use to wipe it away is very, very helpful. One really cool thing doTERRA has, and they're now back in stock, they have a pump, which it just swaps out with the top. And it kind of gives you just the perfect amount. So you can kind of keep track of the pumps, and then you can apply it to your body topically. Here is one of the main reasons that we dilute. If you don't dilute the essential oil, those little yellow molecules are the essential oils, and they're going to like flash off. They're going to like evaporate off the skin. And so you're losing those properties. But if you put fractionated coconut oil with them, you're going to see that they hold right there on the skin. So less is more. Keep that in mind when you're using your essential oil. And you can even see it drive the oil deeper into the skin. It protects sensitive skin, and you can put it with it. But you can also like do it afterwards. So say something feels uncomfortable after you've put it on, you can then put the fractionated coconut oil on after as well. It also really stretches your essential oils. I know Mary Amber and I, we are both very much like, let's save money, let's cut corners where we can. So that bottle of fractionated coconut oil is super helpful in making our oils last a really long time. And so we can put them on multiple people. And again, like we showed you with the tissues, how it actually makes it last longer and be more effective. All right, some safety tips. We don't want to drop essential oils directly into our nose or eyes or ear canal. If you can't get the fractionated coconut oil there, you don't want to put an essential oil there. So kind of keep that in mind. This is something called a sinus cup, that you can actually take a cup of warm water and you can put a drop of each of these in it and then just kind of hold it and breathe it in. I will tell you the oregano is really strong, so it depends on like how stuffed up you are if you want to use oregano. Sometimes I just do the peppermint, lemon, and melaleuca by themselves. Just be really careful if that cup of water is hot that you're not going to like dump it onto your lap, because we've actually unfortunately had that happen a couple of times, where you like, if people put like a towel and they've caught the cup with a towel. So just make sure that you're really careful when you're doing this. I would suggest holding the cup if you can, and then just kind of putting your nose over it. But it can help to just breathe deeply and really get up into your sinus areas, just like a teacup, and just one drop of each one of those. Another tip for earache or whatnot, you can always put oils behind the ear. That works too. But some people like to put on a cotton ball, and you can put basil, lavender, melaleuca, and even some fractionated coconut oil. For me, I only do 1 drop of each. You can do 1 to 2 drops of each, but it depends like if you're doing it for yourself or your child. I know sometimes when my ears just ache after maybe like in the winter when it's cold out or it's been a really windy day, I really enjoy just putting like the melaleuca is really warming, and I like that feeling. So, or especially if even I'm battling like a little bit of a cold or something, in my head cold, like having that in my ear just really helps keep everything open so it doesn't get kind of clogged up. But the great thing, melaleuca is naturally numbing, so it really helps to take the pain out of your ear. Alrighty, so let's talk about how to make a roller bottle. First of all, I wanted to make sure I point out to you, where do you get roller bottles? You can get them lots of places. Amazon has them, but you can also just add some to your doTERRA order. You can actually get a 6-pack of them for $4.75, and they look like this. They're 10 mLs. and they have the cap, just like that come on the normal bottle and then the top. So you basically start by adding either fractionated coconut. You can do whatever order works well for you, but you just start by adding your, I add the fractionated coconut oil first, and I add it to about 3/4 of the way up. And then I'll take my essential oils and I'll hold them at a 45-degree angle and drop them in. And then I will put the top on, and you can just press with your hand, but if you are somebody that has more sensitive hands, doTERRA also has this fun little thing. It's called an orifice remover, and it actually has this little part right here. You can see kind of the edge. It's kind of hard to see with the light. The edge on there that you actually use so it doesn't like crush the ball down, and it clicks it right down. Or if you need to get it off, you can use this without like breaking your nails or whatnot. So this is a handy little tool that doTERRA has as well. And then you're good to go. Rollers are really helpful, especially when you're helping little kids. And this is just a dilution guide. So depending on like who you're making it for, you would just, so if like, say you're making it for a baby that's under 1 year of age, you would put 1 drop of essential oil in this entire roller. And then the rest would be fractionated coconut oil. Elderly or people with really thin skin, 2 drops, pregnant or 5 and under, 4 drops. And then if you're going to use it every day for an adult, 6 drops is plenty in here. Every day, if you need it to, if you want it to be strong, you can put up to 20. Or that very top one, it says like a targeted concern. So that means you're going to use it for a short amount of time, but you're not going to use it every day for a long time. So that's kind of how you can make it a little stronger if you're just going to use it for a short amount of time. But again, start less is more. It stretches your oils, and it probably will work just as good. I know I made rollers for my kids, and I used them too. So definitely dilute to the lowest, like the youngest person in your family, and you'll probably be fine. One thing that's really important is when you are using essential oils, whether it is topically, whether it's in a roller, however you're using them, you want to make sure that you stay well hydrated. If you're an adult and you are not good at drinking water and staying hydrated, then you want to treat yourself like a younger person. Okay. So, I drink about like 3 to 4 of these a day. This is like a 32-ounce stainless steel water bottle. So keep that in mind. If you're not somebody who's getting your 8 ounces at least minimum, then you want to treat yourself like you're a little bit younger, because your body needs that water to flush out and help the oils do their best. Alrighty, so this is one of my favorite things to do with essential oils, is when I have, my head is just like hurting for some reason. There are 2 choices though. One is, and these are roller bottle recipes, so you can combine these in a roller bottle. Peppermint, deep blue, and frankincense, which those 3 oils come in a lot of the kits. You're going to use about 3 to 5 drops of each one. And then you can swipe it across your forehead. You can swipe it across the back of your neck. My favorite order is to put them on the back of my neck and just really massage it in. And then what's left on my fingers, kind of take and like wipe across my forehead. So here, this is the frankincense touch. I'll just demo it for you. So like just take and kind of like roll it across the back of my neck. And then I'll rub it in normally. Or you can tip your head back if you don't want to get oils on your hands. If you tip the roller back, then you're just using the ball because no more oil's coming out. So you kind of just tip it and keep it on the ball. And then I lean my head forward and just go like that across the top of it, because I don't want to dump this and take the chance of it like running down my eye. So if I tip my head forward, that works too. And then I can keep oil from getting on my hands. So that works great for head tension. Deep blue is really great. It has wintergreen in it. So if you're not a person that loves wintergreen or the deep blue is a little strong for you, you can actually swap out the deep blue with lavender and copaiba. And I have great results with that headache blend on the other side of your screen. So it's just a little gentler. So just kind of see what combination, everybody's different. So just kind of see what combination works for you. It might be just peppermint and frankincense work really great for you. So these are just a couple ideas of things to try. All right, tummy tamer blends. So digestin, that is probably definitely a top 5 oil in our home. It has replaced so many digestive aids, and not only replace them, but the speed in which digestin works versus like swallowing pink stuff or doing some other things that we used to do for tummies. My kids don't have the cramping from gas pains or overeating. We're able to just roll digestin on their tummies and have such great results with it. Any kind of digestive discomfort to any kind of even acid reflux, you can actually put digestin right here and it just stops that acid from creeping up. We've just had such phenomenal luck with digestin. If you don't have digestin yet and you have peppermint, definitely try peppermint. You can sip it in your water. You can even diffuse it. You can apply it topically. I know I started when my kids were little, and sometimes when they're not feeling good and their tummies hurt, they don't want to swallow anything. So it was so awesome to have something that I could just gently diluted rub on their tummies or even the bottoms of their feet. So I didn't have to get even touch their tummies if they were that sensitive. But digestin has been such a great product in our home. All right, a gentle detox bath. This is something that we're actually using for my son's skin at the moment. So you can just take 2 to 3 drops of any of these with 1/4 cup of Epsom salt and dump it in a bath and soak. You can even add a couple of drops of the fractionated coconut oil. It'll help the oils, just the essential oils, get stirred up really well in the water. And it's just really great. I know my 12-year-old, she is, you know, that preteen. She's starting to smell a little weird, like when she's like really gets sweaty. And this is huge for her. We found if she does this on a regular basis, it really does help when she sweats to not be quite so stinky. So, or maybe you're not a bath person. You can just do this on your feet. Get a bucket of warm water, set the timer for 15 minutes, and just soak your feet in these. Alrighty, one of my best tips is just to incorporate the oils into the rhythm of life. So you might take an oil with you if you are somebody that goes and gets a massage. You may put a calming oil like on your kid's back or in their diffuser when you put them to bed as a chance to like help them calm down and connect with them. Massaging oils into your jawline before or after dental work. I am somebody who I absolutely love to put Serenity or lavender on my jaw before and after I go to the dentist, and also swish with On Guard. It really does help my mouth to kind of numb it a little bit so it's not, and it also helps me feel calmer when I'm at the dentist to have that lavender or Serenity close. Also putting oils on the bottoms of feet when putting shoes and socks on in the morning, that can just be really helpful. We did this all the time when my kids were, they're not leaving for school right now, but when they were, we would put just their oils were by their shoes. So they would put on their oils, their socks, and their shoes every night. Or keeping oils on your nightstand where you're going to see, I have been using Magnolia Touch. It's really great for your adrenals. And so I actually massage that on my lower back, like right across my adrenals at night before bed. And so the Magnolia roller is on my nightstand. Excuse me. So just put them where you're going to use them. Healthy from the inside out. Okay, so internal use, this is always like a big question when it comes to essential oils and using them internally. doTERRA tends to follow the French model of essential oils, which absolutely supports like consuming them internally. And so that's kind of the model that we follow. you can use them to flavor salad dressings. You can use them, they have been over the years used in salad dressings, used in gum, used in mouthwash. So the essential oils that we're talking about doTERRA. Those are the ones that we know are certified. And you can even see, like right here is my lime essential oil. And you can see they are approved for internal use. That supplement fact right there shows that they are approved for internal use. And on this bottle, it actually says to dilute in 4 ounces of water. So if you're looking for a place to start, 1 drop in 4 to 8 ounces of water when you're getting started, that's a great place to start. And it's right there on the bottle in case you forget. But you can add them to water. You can also add them to a veggie cap. Say you want to take an oil internally that doesn't taste so good. These actually pop apart and you can drop your oil in there and then close the cap and it kind of pops back on there and then you can swallow it. You can add a little coconut oil to it if you want to, if you don't want to have the straight oil in there. But that is a good option for taking them internally as well. Or you can even buy it in a soft gel, like doTERRA has some pre-made soft gels where their oils are already ready to go, and we'll see some of those here in a minute. So how much? Aromatic, there really isn't a limit. It's kind of more your preference or the age of the person in the room. But internally, if you're making a capsule, 2 to 4 drops in a capsule at a time is ideal. But 12 to 24 hours for an adult in like a 24-hour period. Or if you're going to drop them directly in your mouth, that's the difference between internal and oral. You can kind of see that right there. So 4 to 18 drops in a 24-hour max. And then topically, 3 to 6 at a time, but no more than 36 drops in a 24-hour max. So these are just some general guidelines. Listen to your body, start slow. When you start using citrus, start with 1 to 2 drops in your entire water bottle. So when I started, I just put 1 or 2 drops in this entire thing, even though it's 32 ounces and technically could handle 8 drops. I still, even at this point, I don't put 8 drops in here. I put maybe at most 3 or 4. So I like the taste of it. You want to make sure glass or stainless steel is what you're using, because the citrus oils will eat at plastic. So even the higher quality plastics are tough. Silicone seems to be okay, but just know that like glass or stainless steel is your #1 choice. So we talked about the lavender, lemon, and peppermint in a diffuser blend. We also said that you could take it internally. So you can make your own, or doTERRA has these little soft gels where there's already a little bit of lavender, lemon, and peppermint in there. So you can just buy it and take it, and you don't have to worry about making your own. Those are my husband's, one of his favorite products. Also, if you are needing an immunity capsule, again, if you're just starting, 1 drop each is good of each one. And you can kind of, when you make a capsule, if you just tip the bottle, see, I shoved it down there too hard. There we go, got it apart. Okay, so when you take the bottle, you just kind of scrape the edge and you'll get 1 drop on the edge, and then you can kind of move to the next one and so on. So 1 drop of On Guard, 1 drop of frankincense, 1 drop of oregano, lemon, peppermint, and copaiba is what's in an immunity capsule. So if you're feeling like you need to take something like that, this is a great recipe. Another very fun product that are really helpful, doTERRA has some throat drops, the On Guard ones. We also have Breathe and Ginger. So if you have some stuff going on in the back of your throat, or if you've been talking all day, or if you're just in public and you want a little immunity cloud, I keep these in my mouth when I'm out and about right now. So they're really, really helpful. Or if I've talked a lot, or if even I just feel like a slight scratchy throat, or maybe I've been in the car, or right now with the temperature changing, like it got really hot. And so like when the temperature goes back and forth, sometimes your throat can get a little scratchy. These are great to have just naturally warm and numb the back of your throat. Excuse me. The ultimate internal products can be helped to improve digestion, balance blood pressure, pain and inflammation, energy and outlook on life, hormone regulation, brain fog, and vague body discomfort. And that would be doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack. And I wanted to show you, I have here the, so you can kind of see what they look like. These little ones here, the camera to help, are the IQ Mega, and they're very similar to the Terra Shield that I showed you. And then we have the white ones are the multivitamin, and then the tan ones are your energy. And basically they are a whole food multivitamin and multi-mineral complex, as well as having cellular energy and longevity. And these have omegas 3, 6, and 9, as well as 9 essential oils, a special blend in there that is really helpful. So if you're kind of just not sure what's going on in your body, but you know you need a little something, these are great. This is just one of the ways they come. They come in individual packets to make it easy for when you're on the go, but they also come in those bottles that you see in that picture. But it's actually doTERRA's #1 selling product because it just helps so much. I know for me, like the well-being part, like mind, just keeping that brain fog away and just that sadness that away, like there's a lot of life going on right now. And so these are very, very helpful in helping the brain process, focus, energy, all of it. I have never been so consistent at taking vitamins as I have been with the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack. Alrighty, so we said that we would tell you how you might reorder if you're needing some On Guard or something like that. So just real quick, I'm going to talk you through the basics of the Loyalty Rewards program. This is a completely optional program that doTERRA offers, but it definitely has its rewards, just like the title. So it may be for you if you are somebody that really likes a reward card, if you're somebody that enjoys Sky Miles, if you like to shop at Kohl's and you love that 30% off. If you use doTERRA oils, supplements, everyday products like toothpaste and laundry detergent, and if you like want to watch your points add up and then be able to get a lot of free stuff on your list. doTERRA Loyalty Rewards are given if you order 50 or more every single month, and you gradually increase your percentage of earning back until you get to 30, and then you stay at 30 as long as you don't cancel. As long as you keep one, as long as you participate monthly. So as long, canceling would be not participating monthly. Toothpaste is something that is like one of the least expensive items. So sometimes people will put this on a cart in a low month where they're just trying not to spend as much. But basically one item that's worth PD, or which stands for point value, every single month, and you can stay active. This month, they also, or in every month, they do a free product if you order 125 PV on or before the 15th of each month. So this month it's Lime. We have about a week left till the 15th. It just comes completely free in your order if it's 125. You don't have to do anything extra. You'll just see it when it'll just show up with your order. How do you do it? You basically log into your account, whatever that is. You need your ID and password, and we can help you with that if you're not sure what it is. And then you have your choice. You can create a new LRP or create a one-time order. So ideally, you create a loyalty reward order so you can get points even if you don't keep it going for a really long time. And then you pick your date, and that will be your date every single month unless you move it. And then you can use the quick add where you just, if you know like, hey, I know what I want, you can put that in there. Or you can, let me go back for a second. If you don't want to use the quick add and you want to shop, you can actually just shop like those 3 little lines over there. You can drop down and shop, and you can just kind of look around and see what's in there. You can add products from your wish list, like, and there would be the wish list that would be handwritten. There's not actually a wish list on the site just yet. You take previous items out, and you can redeem points to get free items. If you are going to redeem points, you do have to do that right away in that process today, where it says process today. You have to just finish the order right then, which a lot of us use that feature. If you don't use that feature, that midnight, like right as soon as like as that day starts. So say your date is June 6th. That means basically at midnight on June 6th. So when June 5th, when you go to bed, whatever's in your cart will get shipped to you. So keep that in mind, and we can help you keep track. If you're like, hey, I really want to do this, will you help me kind of keep track? We'll try to help you send reminders. doTERRA actually sends an email reminder or a text reminder. So if you're somebody who doesn't check your email as much, but you want a text reminder, doTERRA actually will text you 2 days and say, hey, your order is getting ready to process. Be sure you check it out and change what you want in your cart. And so you can kind of pick, like, do you need some fractionated coconut oil? Would you like to try the vitamins? They come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Do you need some stickers or some other tools? One thing to keep in mind when you gather all those points, you cannot use them for accessories. So diffusers, roller bottles, veggie caps, pumps, things like that, you cannot use them. They're basically for product like oils and vitamins and supplements. Also, just really quick, I wanted to mention that doTERRA has a wellness program. We just added 2 new things to this as well. So currently there is an immunity wellness program, a relief wellness program, and a mind and mood wellness program. And those are things that you can set on. They are only available to those that do loyalty rewards. And your first month, you get month 1, your second month, you get month 2, and your third month, you get month 3. And they all come with special gifts, which is really great. We just added a sleep as well as a respiratory kit, and they are all the same price. It's $75. They are 60 PV, and you can get just month 1. You can get just month 1 and 2. You can get month 1, 2, and 3. You do have to get them in order. So you can't just get like month 3 of the relief kit. You have to get month 1 first, then month 2, then month 3. But they come with a card and ideas on how to use the product. So if you're like, hey, I really, really need help with sleep, I don't know where to start, the sleep wellness program might be for you. Or if you're looking for some respiratory support, the respiratory one might be for you, and it will walk you through, as well as have some really neat products that are in them that you can't buy outside the wellness program. A couple tips for ordering: set your date before the 15th so you can get the oil of the month, or set it after the 15th, but go in and process it early so you can get, I have mine set for the 20th, but I usually go in and I process it on the 15th. So I'm like, oh, it's the 15th. If I haven't done my order yet, I'll go ahead and process it. doTERRA, like we said, will send you an email or text 2 days before so you can edit your order. We really orders the things that we would have like got at Target or the grocery store or Amazon, a lot of household basics, and we'll talk about those in future classes. And you can get to that 30% really fast if you always order, make sure you order at least 50. And use that process now when you're like, hey, I want to get it right now. Like sometimes I do my order on the 2nd. I